Hey everybody, NecroVMX coming at you with another fucking rant. And this one is called Fuck Rock Band 3. And I know you already read that in the title and you knew it was called Fuck Rock Band 3. But, well, I can't say it enough. Fuck Rock Band 3. Got the game when it came out, just beat it. I have never before been as disappointed as I am in a music game. And I pretty much have them all. I mean, I don't have like the crappy fringe ones like Rock Revolution and SingStar, but I have all the Rock Band games, all the Guitar Hero games, all the spin-offs of those two series, even all the track packs for Rock Bands. The one that you could buy in the store anyway. I just gotta say, Rock Band 3, I never thought I'd be saying it about these music games because I like them all a lot. It's one of my favorite genres. This game sucks. I mean, it's just terrible. It really, really, really is a disappointment. I mean, just to go over a few of the things I'm disappointed with on this game. For one, it's really short. There's not that much to the story mode, which is called Road Challenges. You'll beat it before you know it, which is pathetic. I mean, you go through it so fast, it's ridiculous. I mean, compared to, like, the previous Rock Band game, which was Lego Rock Band, or compared to even Rock Band 2, it's less than half the length to beat it. Now, I know the thing in Rock Band 2 and in Lego Rock Band, there was a lot of things where you'd have to repeat the same songs over and over again. But I never really minded that because it was always supposed to create, the feel that you're on tour, as opposed to Guitar Hero, where it's just beat this song, okay, now beat this song, okay, now beat this song. And I always preferred Guitar Hero, but I thought, Rock Band's a little different because it's like when you're on tour and you're playing in a band, you do repeat the same songs at a lot of shows and you slowly incorporate newer and newer ones. But oh my god, I mean, I just really, Rock Band 3 was pathetically short. I got to the end of it, as in credits rolling, and there are still a bunch of songs that I haven't even played. Which leads me to my second thing. It never really forces you to play anything. You could go through the whole thing, like if you're just out for achievements or just to say that you beat it, you can go through the whole thing playing the easiest songs. Each venue, you get 3 choices. Sometimes it's one of the choices is specific songs, and then another one is like random songs, and then another one is a custom set list. The very last venue in the game, Sydney, Australia, your choices were a random set list of songs from the 80s, a custom set list of alternative songs, or a custom set list of songs from this decade. So basically, it doesn't force you to play anything hard. And so I didn't really feel like I beat it. I chose custom alternative set list, and I picked 3 songs that I hadn't yet played, and they all turned out to be really easy. And then the credits were rolling, and I was like, I can't believe it's over already. It's like they added so much shit to it. Like they added in, like you could play keyboards, but I'm not about to go and spend a whole bunch of money on a keyboard controller. Now, one good thing is after a little while of playing guitar, you can unlock an achievement where you can play the keyboard parts on your guitar. But still, when you're playing guitar, you're only playing the guitar parts. So when you're playing a song like Bohemian Rhapsody, it's not till the very end that you even get to do anything at all. So especially if you're playing multiplayer, you're standing there around like a schmuck while the singer and the keyboardist are having a good time. So, I mean, I don't even understand why Bohemian Rhapsody is in the game if it's going to be like that, where it's basically solely for the keyboard players. Then there's the pro mode. Yeah, you can actually learn how to play the songs on real instruments. Well, guess what? Not everybody is going to fucking shell out like $300 for a fucking new guitar controller. Okay? That's ridiculous. It's so ridiculously expensive. Nobody's going to really do that unless they have money coming out of their asshole, in which case they should come over to my house and take a shit because I could use some extra money. So, fuck the pro mode. I'm not going to play that. Fuck the keyboard parts because I'm not going to spend my money on like another expensive peripheral. So what's left? Well, then there's the fact that there's the song list, and this is what really shits my britches. I'm not even going to go through like the whole song list. I'm just going to name you a few choice songs and see if you can guess what they all fucking have in common. Okay, are you ready for this? Let's see. Here's a bunch of songs from Guitar Hero 3. Let's see. We have Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold. Been Caught Stealing by Jane's Addiction. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Already mentioned that one. Caught in a Mosh by Anthrax. Yeah, these all sound kind of familiar, don't they? What else is there? Is there a bunch of other songs that all share something in common? Well, there's Freebird by Leonard Skinner. That's in there. Yeah, you could play that one for the millionth time. There's Here I Go Again by Whitesnake. There's, let's see. What else do we have? I'm looking at the list of songs. I know there's more than that fit this criteria. If you haven't figured out what this criteria is, I don't know why you're even watching this then. Let's see. What else? There's also Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Yeah. What do all those songs have in common? Every single fucking one of them was already in a Guitar Hero game. So you're left with a bunch of songs that are mostly keyboard parts, that are way too easy, and then a bunch of songs you probably already played if you played Guitar Hero. I mean, like, Freebird, seriously. Leonard Skinner have other fucking songs you can choose. Why not, like, Simple Kind of Man or something? Why does it have to fucking be Freebird that was already in Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero Smash Hits? There's no point to it. Now, I know that just because a song was in Guitar Hero doesn't mean that it can't be in Rock Band and that there's a lock on it and nobody else can use that song. But there's so many songs. That's only a few. There's probably some others that were already in Guitar Hero games. I mean, there's 83 songs total, which is less than the previous game, Rock Band 2. And it seems like a shocking amount of them were already in other games. So those should have been DLC. That's all I got to say about it. Those should have been DLC. What's worse is they took out features. And I mean, remember when a solo came up, it would count up, how much of a percent you got in that solo, and then it would give you a bonus for playing a solo well, because those are often the hardest parts of songs to most people. Not to me, but to most people. Yeah, that's gone. I didn't run into it once. At the end when you do that, thing where you just freestyle and shred on your guitar or drums or whatever, that was in maybe like 3 songs. It's notoriously underused. And I was wondering other things, just little nitpicky things, but it all adds up, like why my band doesn't have a keyboardist. Like, there's no keyboardist in your band unless you are playing keyboards. So while you're playing Bohemian Rhapsody, basically everybody's standing around and there's music coming from nowhere. It's kind of silly. I mean, it's kind of silly in Guitar Hero where you play the piano part on your guitar, but at least you get to do something. So it's just weird. And Bohemian Rhapsody, I mean, that was just in Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. And speaking of which, I just got to bring this up. This just bugs the shit out of me. It just bugs the shit out of me. I know that both Rock Band 3 and Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock are seeing less sales than previous installments in the series. And I say it's because, they're not on PlayStation 2, and most of the people that made the initial investments in all these peripherals did it on PlayStation 2, because that's where they started. In those casual fans are just going to say, well, I guess we don't have to play the new ones. Well, only the people who are really into it are going to buy the whole setup all over again for, Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 or Wii. So that's my thought on this, but the reviews are ridiculous. Just looking at this on Wikipedia, Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, which I honestly thought was the best music rhythm game I've ever played. I thought it was the best Guitar Hero game, and it was the best out of all of these types of game. It has a game ranking, gives it a 75.2, which is decent, but not amazing. A Metacritic, it's a 72 out of 100. Rock Band 3 on game rankings has a 93.8, and on Metacritic a 94. Why? It's not that good. The songs are oversimplified. I play Beast and the Harlot on Guitar Hero 2 or Guitar Hero Smash Hits, and it's a complicated, fast, difficult song. I play it on Rock Band 3 on the same difficulty, and it's so simplified, it's ridiculous. I almost want to bump myself up to expert just so I feel like I'm actually fucking playing on hard, Because I play on hard on Guitar Hero, but on Rock Band it's ridiculous. Everything's so simplified. I mean, yeah, you can play keyboards, so what? You know, that's great and everything, but then the set list is so geared towards keyboard-oriented songs that everybody else just kind of gets fucked. I don't understand. Is it the pro mode? Is it because the reviewers all get, you know, people who review games, they all get the peripherals anyway, so they don't have to worry about spending money on them? That Eurogamer is giving it a perfect 10, G4 is giving it a perfect 5, Game Informer giving it a 9.25 out of 10, GameSpot giving it a 9 out of 10, GameSpy giving it 4.5 stars out of 5, and IGN giving it an 8.5. And Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock has lower scores on all of those. And it's a much better game. So I just needed to get that off my chest because it's been bugging me that I bought both games and one is so clearly superior to the other, and yet everybody is just fucking jacking off and just whacking the shit out of their dongs, just abusing their penises over Rock Band 3. And I feel like it wasn't even worth getting. Meanwhile, everybody's like, "Hey, yeah, Guitar Hero 6, no big fucking deal." And it was so fucking great. It was so fun, and it was a real challenge. So, you know, sorry about anybody who doesn't care about music games. Then again, if you don't care about music games, you shouldn't have fucking clicked on this video. What the fuck's wrong with you? You don't have to watch every video. But, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Fuck Rock Band 3, and fuck the critics, too, for really just giving it a score, a really high score that it doesn't deserve. It shouldn't have, 94% high ratings on Metacritic and, 93.8 on game rankings. It's like they got it backwards. That's what Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock should have had. And this one should have been in the 70s or even lower, because I'm just like, wow, I mean, I bought all the Rock Band games. I mean, I even bought Rock Band Green Day, and I thought that was going to be really easy. And it was actually harder than this one. And Green Day, it's fucking punk music. It's not exactly difficult music. I mean, they're good. I enjoy them, but it's not exactly rocket science. But it was harder than Rock Band 3 on the same difficulty. So that's just, I don't know. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Fuck Rock Band 3. See y'all later, or tomorrow, or whatever the fuck.